Welcome back to the channel, it's Andy. We're back with FM22 and the Spurs save on the beta, and we're back in the Champions League today. It's the knockout stages, the round of 16. We have drawn PSG and we're at home today in the first leg. Next episode we'll have the second leg. I don't know how this is going to go. We need a win really if we want to get through, but it's PSG, they're a good side. We will see how it goes. Last time we defeated Arsenal 1-0 in the North London derby. Harry Kane getting the goal just before half-time. El Neni getting a penalty for Arsenal in the second half, but it was saved by Fraser Forster and we managed to get the 3 points and the bragging rights in the London derby. And we played 6 matches off camera, including the Carabao Cup semi-final. Both legs against Brighton. We'll see how they went, and we'll also see how the league games that we played went as well. Tanganga to Davinson Sanchez. Here's Skip. That's a good ball to front for Richarlison, who goes for goal, but it's not a great effort. Oh, Emerson dispossessed by Colwell. Trossard has a go for goal, but it's a big scramble. In between the two cup semi-final legs against Brighton, we had our FA Cup 4th round tie. We took on Preston North End. We won 6-1, all 6 goals for us coming in the first half. Harry Kane got himself a hat-trick, one of which was a penalty. Kulusevski, Skip and Bentancur with the other goals as well. Just going to highlight one goal from this cup game. It was Oliver Skipp's first Tottenham goal, and I don't think he's ever going to score a better one than that, if he does score another one. Not a great ball forward by Caligari. It's Emerson. It was a bit of a cross ball really, and it wasn't great. Emerson still on the ball, and Lucas Moura tripped by Caligari. That's 2 mistakes, and there's a penalty for Tottenham here with 17 minutes gone. Well, who else but Harry Kane to step up and try and give Spurs a 1-0 lead in this semi-final tie. Is a good penalty. There was no way the keeper was getting to that. Kane to Emerson. That's a great ball for Lucas Moura. Can he find a cross? He's lost the ball to Colwell. Not what you want. But Bentancur does well to get the ball back. Bissouma to Kane. Bissouma's managed to get it back, and he lays off Harry Kane for a second. 32 minutes gone. Brighton 0, Tottenham 2. Son with the corner kick, and Kane at the far post makes it 3 for Tottenham, 3 for Kane, a perfect hat-trick and a 3-0 lead in the tie. Doherty goes back for Tanganga. Ball back with Matt Doherty. Lots of passive players inside the 18-yard box, but trying to find a way through there. They're waiting for their shot though. They might have it here. Kulusevski, he's lost it, but he's got it back again, and it's in off the post by Bissouma. It's 1-0 Tottenham with just under 11 minutes on the clock. Ibarrechi Eze on the right-hand side. Puts through Elise. Sessegnon brings him down. That was right on the line. Is that a penalty? I'm not quite sure. Well, VAR has given the penalty. That was a close one. It was right on the line of the 18-yard box. But Wilfried Zaha with the spot kick. Lloris has gone the wrong way, and Palace equalised with an hour gone. Brian Gill. Oh, challenged by Joachim Andersen. That was a nasty one. And Joachim Andersen's going to get his marching orders. It's red. He's off. Skip. Ball forward for Kulusevski. But he's managed to win the ball back. Gahey did not recover it well. And Kulusevski goes it alone and puts Spurs back in front against the 10 men of Palace. 66 minutes gone. It's 2-1. 10 minutes to go. Spurs still with that 2-1 lead and the man advantage. Doherty going it alone there. McCarthy with the clearance, but it's deflected. Bissouma heads it down for Kulusevski, and it's Heung-min Son, and he's managed to poke it in from the tight angle. Spurs with a 3-1 lead now, and surely all 3 points. Bissouma to Tanganga. Skip. Ben Davies. Again, good passing play here. It's Brian Gill. And Bissouma with the shot deflected. Huge deflection that was. And Spurs lead 1-0 in the derby. 54 minutes gone. Can they hold on for another 3 points? Chilwell. Kante can maybe have a go from range, but goes backwards to Wesley Fofana. It's Reece James to Kante. Thiago to Havertz. Kante. Oh, and it's gone all the way through to Sterling, and it's in off the post. The Spurs defence did not see that ball coming, and Sterling equalises for Chelsea with 15 minutes to go. Lo Celso to Emerson. Making a run down the right-hand sides here. Looking for Lucas Moura, but can't find him. And that's a bad touch by Cresswell. Moura squares it for Son. And it's 1-0 Tottenham at London Stadium. It's pouring rain here, but Spurs with a 1-0 lead. Brian Gill under the challenge of Jarrod Bowen. So that's the ball. Long let into the middle for Lo Celso. Ogbonna, bit of a clumsy challenge there. He's already been booked. And Ogbonna's going to get a red. 50 minutes gone. West Ham down to 10. Ben Johnson throws to Paquetá. Here's Souček to Scamacca. Declan Rice over the top for Johnson, And Schumacher with a header, and the 10 men of West Ham do equalise with an hour gone. It's Schumacher, and it's one apiece. So a couple of draws, a few drop points in his last 2 games. London games as well, big derbies against Chelsea and West Ham, which we unfortunately weren't able to win. But we've been on a good run. Of course, the Brentford defeat was a bit of a blemish, but we're doing really, really well. PSG today, of course, in the Champions League. We also have the Carabao Cup final coming up. We've got Man City in that. Of course, we defeated Brighton over 2 legs. Meanwhile, Man City, I think, knocked out Newcastle 5-3 on aggregate. So, big final there. We're still competing on all fronts. We're still in the FA Cup. We've got Crystal Palace in the 5th round. The Premier League's going well. I don't think we're going to win it, but we're still in with a chance of maybe challenging for the title. Champions League, of course, we've got PSG in the first leg. So we are still in all 4 competitions. And looking at the league table, we're in 2nd place. We're actually having some really good results. We've only lost 3 games all season. Man City have lost to 4th. They lost to West Ham. Man City have also played a game extra for whatever reason. So, we've got a chance to close that gap to 5 points. We've got, 14 games left to go, and we're still in the title race. So that could go down to the wire if we keep going the way we're going. We're playing really well at the moment. I told you last time we made a signing in the January transfer window. I never actually showed you him. We didn't have a lot of money to play with. We had very little. So I shifted some wage budget, and we had no money in January either. Daniel Levy literally told me not to waste his time. So we have gone out and we have signed what I think is a pretty promising young player. Oscar Gluk, 18, from Israel, plays for Maccabi Tel Aviv. He has gone back there for the rest of the season on loan, but looks like a really sort of well-rounded young player. Can play as a centre forward, as a false 9, or a bit deeper as an advanced playmaker maybe, or maybe even as an AP sort of in centre mid. He carries the ball well, he passes it well, and these attributes will only improve with time. It was a £2.6 million fee to the Israeli side, so hopefully he will turn out to be good. We have also sent a couple of players out on loan. So Jed Spence has gone on loan to Rangers because he's not really been getting any football for us. He's played 1 game, I think, from the bench. And I did look at recalling a loan as well. Sergio Reguilon at Atletico Madrid has barely played for them, but I wasn't allowed to recall his loan in the transfer window or outside of it. So he's stuck there. And yeah, he hasn't been playing very much. He's only started 3 La Liga games for them. He hasn't been playing well, but he's not been playing enough. And I did think we needed a bit of extra cover at left back or at left wing back, because Sessegnon is not really good enough. Ben Davies, I'd rather play as a left centre back, and we have Perisic injured as well, so we were a little bit lacking on that left hand side at wing back. With that, let's jump into the first leg against PSG and see if we can win. So this is the side we're going to go for the first leg against PSG. Hugo Lloris will, of course, be in goal. Forster's done well though, when he's played, but I do want to go with Lloris as he's captain. The back 3 is Longley, Sanchez and Tanganga, who's been doing really well on the right of that centre-back. So the 2 wide centre-backs seem to be working really well this year. I didn't get a chance to do it last year when they were introduced. Emerson Royal will play at right wing-back. Sessegnon's playing at left wing-back currently. Ben Davies is on the bench. Perisic is out. He's probably going to be out for another month or so with the torn thigh muscle, which he suffered in the London derby. So he has been out for quite a while, unfortunately. Brian Gill's also unregistered for the Champions League, so he's not able to play. I couldn't fit him in, unfortunately, without sacrificing another player, and I didn't want to do that. And also, Lo Celso carrying a slight knock as well, so he's going to sit out today as well. Skip and Basuma are playing in centre midfield. They're doing quite well together. Skip's been decent for me. We have Bentancur on the bench. We have Højbjerg on the bench as well. The front 3 today, Huminson on the left, Kulusevski on the right, and Harry Kane up top. Richarlison is on the bench, and as I said before, he's been really underwhelming this season. Lucas Moura has been decent. He's going to be on the bench as well. So we've got plenty of options on the bench, and this is our starting 11. So, of course, PSG have got pretty much their own Galacticos at the moment. That front 3 of Messi, Neymar, and Kylian Mbappe is going to be really difficult to actually sort out, but they've got some great players elsewhere in the pitch as well. Marquinhos in the back, Kimpembe, Hakimi, and on the bench as well, like Vitinha, Verratti, Thomas Lemar, who you can get for quite cheap on this game this year as well. I think we've got enough about us that we can win. We're playing really well at the moment, so we need to take that form into this. Hopefully win at home and then try and defend it when we go to the Parc des Princes. They did win their Champions League group, PSG, but only just. Leipzig level on points with them, but they're head-to-head slightly better. They drew each other twice and won their other 4 games. So yeah, they did quite well. But also PSG thrashing some of the sides. 7-2 win over Red Star Belgrade. Mbappe getting 4 goals there. How has he done so far? He's got 22 in 23 in Ligue 1. He got 6 in the Champions League. He's got 6 in 7 for France as well. So he's just having an absolute monstrous season. You know, it's the occasion. It's the Champions League. And we'll see if we can maybe get something in this first leg. We're at home. We have the advantage. And we're playing well, and hopefully we can keep it going. Fabian and Rodriguez are going to be sitting quite deep, I imagine, in the midfield. They're going to try and defend here, PSG, and maybe break if they can. Neymar back to Fabian, and Kulusevski does really well to win the ball there. Good challenge. Skip to Son. Can we now break after winning the ball? Sessegnon's forward, and looks for Kane. That's a great ball. Harry Kane. Oh, I can't quite get it off. It's a good block, actually. And now Son with the corner kick. Looking for Tanganga. Marquinhos wins that in the air. Kulusevski gives it back to Son. Another chance to put it in there. That takes another deflection. He was offside, actually. Never mind. Free kick here with PSG. About 25-30 yards out. It's Messi who's on it. And it's not far away from the goal. Just over. Sergio Ramos to Mendes. Into the middle of the pitch to Fabian. Here's Rodriguez to Messi. I don't think we're going to get a great deal of chances today, so we need to take the ones that we get and stay compact at the back as well, because I say that front three is extremely scary. But PSG happen to knock the ball around at the moment. Donnarumma coming out and playing defensive midfielder apparently. Don't know what he came out of there for, but I'm not going to complain. But we've lost the ball again here. Mendes going to find Mbappe, and he's going to score this. What a save by Hugo Lloris to stop that from going in. Wow. Corner kick here for Spurs. Son, 27 minutes gone. Doesn't get very far. Doesn't get past the first man. But here's Emerson. Son with another chance to put it in here. Or maybe go for goal himself. He does. Oh, it's off the line by Marquinhos though. But Emerson, another chance to put it in again here. Crosses it. Away by Sergio Ramos. Tanganga. Back to Emerson. Switches it for Sessegnon. And he's giving it straight back to Messi. You don't want to do that. Passing's not great. It's good, but it's not great. I'm going to make it a bit shorter. And I'm going to take off the overlap and the focus down the left because we're not as strong as we usually are with no Perisic. But it looks like we're going to go in a half-time goalless. Bit of a cagey first half there in the first leg. It is half-time. We haven't kept the ball very well. PSG have had the possession, but chance-wise, I dare say we've been a bit better. Clear-cut chance 1. We could have gone ahead. We're going into the second half. Hopefully we can be a bit better with the ball. Try and keep it a bit better. And, you know, maybe get some chances. They're having an injury. Donnarumma is off. Keylor Navas is on. So that might be important. We'll see. Goalkeeper change is one of the last things you want in a competitive match. Because the goalkeeper, I don't know if they have to be... Well, of course they have to be fit. But I imagine they don't do a great deal of warming up. But we will see. Emerson got a bit of space out on the right here. Going to go for the left-footed cross. Finds Oliver Skip, and that was a glancing header, but it wasn't a bad effort. I think despite the lack of possession, I think we've been the better side in this first leg. Kane has picked up a knock. He's had so many rests. I'm going to take him off just to be safe. And I'm going to bring on Richarlison. I'm going to move Son to centre forwards. I do want to play it safe with Kane because there's been so many injuries in this beta. It's been ridiculous. Like Perisic was another one in our last game. 77 minutes coming up. Still 0-0. We need a win in this first leg, really. It's going to be a really tough trip to Paris. So I want to try and make sure that we have a goal to take from this first leg. Fabian, though. Oh, Messi might be through here. I think he was onside. I think they're going to check it, but I think he was onside. I think that's 1-0 PSG. Like I said, we haven't been too bad today. We just haven't managed to score. It's been given. The VAR check didn't even get completed. Yeah, he was easily onside. That's unfortunate. I'm going to make a couple more changes. Kulusevski's done really poor today, so Lucas Moura's going to come on. I'm going to move Sessegnon all the way up to like winger and bring on Ben Davies and essentially go for like a 4-2-4. And I'm going to take off Davinson Sanchez. I'm going to put Bentancur in the midfield. So we're really going for it just to try and get back into this game. But I say we haven't had that much possession today. Only a couple of shots on target. We've had a couple of chances. We just haven't taken them, unfortunately. 87.5 minutes coming up. We've still got time to maybe get something here. A draw wouldn't be awful, but we don't want to go to Paris trailing. We don't want that. Here's Sarabia. PSG coming forward again here, maybe looking for that second goal. Neymar's got so much space here, but that's well blocked by Tanganga, and Lloris does well as well. I think that's going to be it though. We're into stoppage time of 5 minutes, and PSG with the one and only goal. That could have gone anyway, really. We only had a couple of shots on target. We had chances, one sort of big chance apparently. And we can have a look at that clear-cut chance, I think, can we? Let's have a look at it. Harry Kane, early on as well, 11th minute. Let's have a look at it and see just if we maybe could have got something from him. So it was a good ball, and it was just a bit too tight of an angle, but it was a really good save, I think, as well. That was the only big chance we had. PSG didn't have any big chances apart from their goal. So that could have gone either way. So we've ended up, unfortunately, trailing as we go to France. I think if we'd have just maybe kept the ball a bit better, been a bit better with our passing, then maybe we could have got something. But wasn't to be. Now we need a big performance in Paris. Kane's going to be out for a few days. He's going to miss the Man City game, unfortunately. That's huge as well. We've got some big... our run of fixtures now is ridiculous. We've just had Chelsea and West Ham in derbies. We've just lost to PSG. We've got Man City. We've got Southampton who were in the relegation zone, so hopefully we can get 3 points there. Then we've got Man City again in the cup final. Then we've got an FA Cup game. Then we've got Man United at home. Then we've got the second leg against PSG. We've got Liverpool at the end of March as well before an international break. So we've got some really, really tough games coming up at the moment. And I don't know how many points we're going to get. Southampton, we should be getting maximum points. Wolves are in 4th place. How are they in 4th? I don't know how they're doing that. We've got some tough games coming up, and we're going to have to be at our best if we're going to get a result from them. There's every chance we could get a trophy if we do well against Man City. They seem to be on a bit of a slump. And Haaland is still scoring for fun, but they've just lost 3-0 to Inter Milan in the Champions League. They lost to West Ham. They lost to Everton. But Haaland's got 24 goals in 20 league matches. So I don't know how you stop him. He's got 9 in 6 in the cup. He's got 34 goals in 31 competitive matches. Ridiculous. So we'll do the cup final. I'll probably do extra videos for this. I'll probably do an extra video maybe on Monday or Tuesday and do that cup final against Man City. And then after that, we'll have the second leg against PSG. See if we can overturn that 1-0 deficit and maybe get through to the next round. I'm not confident. I don't think we'll do it, but we'll give it a shot and hopefully we can, hope for a miracle. So next episode, maybe a trophy. We're still in contention for 4 trophies. Quadruple is still on. We've got some tough games though. Man City next up. Cup final at Wembley. They beat us 5-0 at the start of the season. Haaland got a first half hat-trick. Hopefully it goes a bit better than that. Hopefully we can win it, but we will see. That's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave comments and subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new, turn notifications on. And next time, cup final against Man City. First half won a trophy in, 14 years? Can we end that hoodoo against Man City next time? We'll find out then. For now, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.